If you guys have questions, just put them in the chat box. But I'm going to share my screen. I make slides just because I miss and forget things if I'm not organized. And where did I put it? All right, so we're going to talk all things Transform 20, why this program and why this launch and why this month and this year, like all those things put together is so important. How to optimize the income opportunity with this. Discuss the Success Club trip, because I feel like a lot of you guys just think that like maybe once you hit Success Club a few times, like you just get this invitation, you know, you go and that's it. But I want to actually break it down, like how it works, how you earn money towards that, and all the different, you know, things that go with it. And then just share some posting, sharing strategies in case anybody is new. I know that there's a lot of you guys who are new to coaching, new to posting, or maybe you're just kind of like in a rut and you don't really know how to share things. And then talk about just language, context, talking points. And I have, you know, a couple of examples and things like that. So I wanted to give you guys just a timeline that's not like too crazy. We're in our prep week right now. So you should be talking about prep week right now. Like I'm in my stories talking about prep week. I'm doing little boomerangs and screenshots of different things that are in the prep week because I want to make people curious. And I want people to want to be in my group and I want people to want to work with me. So I kind of want to give them a little taste of what is actually going on and why it's valuable. On the 12th, we have Super Saturday. So regardless of where you live and where you're from, hopefully you're going to one. There's going to be an exclusive workout for Transform 20 that none of us have done yet. So that'll be really exciting to be able to, you know, take photos, take videos, to talk about it, to share that, because that'll be kind of the first sneak peek before, you know, the actual program starts. So it'll be a huge, you know, content opportunity for all of you, especially if you don't really know what to post or share yet. Workouts start on the 14th, and then the promotion for, you know, the sale is going to end at the end of the month. So you really want to try to get as many people, you know, in now as possible, and being able to use that as leverage to get them to commit now. So leverage, we're in prep week now. Time is running out for shipping. Workouts start on the 14th, so they don't want to miss out and have FOMO because they started on day 7. And the promotion for the $20 off is going to be ending soon. It was my thought anyway that instead of running like one group and then running another, or in my experience when we did 80-day obsession, I didn't really enjoy doing like the whole day 1, day 2, day 3 thing, because I found that when you did that, you excluded literally anybody else from joining because they would have like the bad kind of FOMO that makes them not want to do it. So my team is running our Transform 20 group within our big communal group, and we're kind of just going to share value, have fun, and not stress about it, because what I want to do is have a second wave instead of a second group. So the thought was it'll be 3 weeks after, so we don't have to wait for 6 weeks, because I want everybody to still be able to invite to something. And I don't want people joining like, because you know that there's always going to be that person who's like on day 4, like I'm ready now, you know, and like I don't want them to feel left out. So it'll be easy to kind of just roll people in, but we're going to talk about it like as if they're going to miss out. You know, does that make sense? So this second wave will at least have something really quickly to invite to, because I know I have a couple of girls who are doing 80-day obsession, doing other programs, that at least if they decide to kind of jump in, they'll have something to jump in on too. And then we can do, you know, or you can do another prep week. You can make it a little different. You can use the same content. You could do a refresher, because I find that around week 2 or 3, people start to lose steam, lose motivation, and die out. So I will be promoting a second wave to start in the beginning of February. And then potentially in March is when you would end up doing your second group. So, I mean, there's a long 6 weeks is a quick time, but it's a long time too, depending on what you're looking at. This was a graphic that I shared with my team during the holidays, but just in case anybody is unaware, but this is how you can make money from Transform 20. These are literally all of the commissions that are associated with all of the different packages. So if you're looking to make $250 or get your products paid for or make $500 this month, like look at this. This is how you do it. Another really easy way to make an extra $100 is to enroll 5 coaches within a 5-week period. And if you're new, that might seem daunting and challenging and hard, but honestly, everybody that you help should be signing up as a coach, because they're going to get a better experience. They're going to get access to the group with Shaun T, and who doesn't want that? I see a lot of you guys actually posting in there already, but like, you're literally getting to work with the trainer. And I feel like for people coming in, everybody pretty much knows who Shaun T is. So to be able to have access to that group, it's kind of a one-time opportunity and experience. So this is how you do it. So just to kind of simplify that even further down, 3 people, it's going to help you get your products paid for. Helping 5 people, even better. And helping 10 people, like, that's a lot of money. Like that, like, what would you do with $640 if I gave it to you right now? That could pay for your car payment, maybe rent for some of you, groceries, bills. It really is not hard. It's not easy, but it is not hard. But the real moneymaker here, and the real way you make a business that is reliable, sustainable, and constantly growing, is helping people help people. So if you bring someone on, and I was actually having a conversation with Andrea earlier today, you don't want to have the mindset of like, I want to find working coaches. Just sign someone up that wants to be better and just help them get their products paid for. Help them help someone else. Help them find a buddy. Like, keep it super simple. Don't make it intimidating. Don't make it scary, because I tell you what, nobody up front, or hardly anyone, is going to tell you like, I want to be a working coach. Those people are usually the people who like die out and disappear after like a week. It's that person who's going to be like, I don't know, because they don't want to commit to something that they might fail at. And I was one of those people. So let's talk about the Success Club trip. So like I said, this isn't something that like you have to get like a bajillion points and then like Carl Deichler is going to send you a note where like you just get this invite to this trip. Pretty much as long as you're hitting Success Club and just doing the bare minimum, you're likely to get an invitation. It's on a rolling basis, like elite coaches, premier coaches, Success Club, All-Stars and Legends, like they all get invitations first. But like I said, I think in the last call, I got both mine and my husband's account first year. Like, it is not hard to do. So if you're hitting Success Club, expect an invitation. So basically what they will do is send you an email that says you're eligible to book your trip. You basically put a $300 deposit down to hold your room, just in case, like last year, somebody like me who's pregnant or gets pregnant and can't go, they take your $300, but you're holding your room. So basically all of these rooms are, I feel like the past 3 years they've been the same, but each room is like $1,200. And what you do throughout the year is earn Success Club points to pay that off or down. So like, let's just say the last quarter, you would never do this, but let's just say you just stopped working. You would just be responsible for whatever you didn't earn to pay for it. But if you think about it, for like the biggest cruise that Royal Caribbean has, to have a stateroom for the entire week, and for you and potentially 2 children, it's $1,200. The trip that we did in Punta Cana was all inclusive, and the same thing. So I'm going to actually show you guys the email that they sent me in November so that I can actually show you how that's broken down. So I upgraded my room to have a balcony because I'll probably puke my brains out otherwise. And you can use your credits or like extra credits, to go towards that. So for January, the amount of Success Club points that you earn, they're going to double that in trip dollars. Like Disney money, Monopoly money, however you want to, all you need to understand is the more points you get, the more trip dollars you get. And you basically earn up to that. So if you see the trip dollars earned, they go all the way down. And then the most that you can earn is $1,300. And then at the bottom, you'll see like the billing amount and, like how the points carry over. But I guess my takeaway point is, if you hit Success Club, you will get invited to this trip. You have to continue to earn Success Club. And obviously the more points you earn and the more people you help, the better. And then you'll go on a trip essentially for free. And then I forget what the bonus is this year. I think it's like $1,000 or credits or something that you can apply to like your room, massages, drinks, extra food, whatever you want. So just to kind of explain that. But if you're confused, or if you want one of us to re-explain this at the end, we can go over that, or just reach out to whoever your coach is and we can explain that too. Okay, so how and where to share. So I've been finding this a lot now that I'm doing a lot of these one-on-ones with coaches, but everywhere. everywhere. You should be sharing everywhere that you're physically able to. Why? Because you want more people to see, and not everybody is going to see everything. Not everyone is on the social media channel that you prefer. Not everyone prefers the social media platform that you prefer. So, it's like lottery tickets. I mean, like the more chances you can play, the more chances you'll, be able to win. So Instagram and Facebook. And I will say everybody likes to, everybody wants to have a really good Instagram account or use Instagram. Facebook is still pretty good for business 4 years into it. I don't know why, but it is. So use both. Instagram stories, and you can link these so that when you post on Instagram, everything just goes to Facebook. You have to be using stories. You have to be going live. It might sound daunting. I don't expect you guys to go live your first day, but consider it, because the platforms favor people who use video. So if you're using video, like something that I'll do, like a little strategy, I'll go live about something stupid. Like I'll talk about like a baby product or something because I feel comfortable just like talking about something. And then I'll post a call to action a little after that. That static post will do better and perform better because Instagram is like, oh, she's obeying our, fake rules. We'll, give her some extra, pushes out. And that's kind of how you get your stuff seen a little bit more. In person, I feel like we all forget this, but like if you're at like a holiday thing or a dinner or something or out with your friends, talk about it. You're checking out at, Bed Bath and Beyond and somebody sees you wearing like a shirt and they ask you, like, invite them. Everybody and anybody should be on your radar to ask to do this program with you. Texting friends and just having as many conversations and connecting as possible. You have to do this every single day. So we're starting a 6-week program. This program is going to be insane. This program is going to catch eyes because we're using a step, and most people under the age of 50 do not use steps. So people will take notice, and you want to be having fun. You want to be showing up, and you want to be showing that you're consistent. And you have to just think, like, would you have joined the coach that you joined if he or she only posted once a week or once a month or only when they felt like it? Odds are you joined the person that you joined because he or she was showing up every day, or they simply forced you to join, which was also probably a good decision. All right, so here are some tips. Why is always more important than what. So, there's a way to, post the equipment and be like, I'm doing this on this day and it's this long and this is just training, or sharing the fact that you went completely awry during the holidays and you stuffed your face full of pie and you feel like a mess and you need structure and you need something consistent and you need something like, why is always going to be more important than what. Sharing that it's 20 minutes a day is great, but sharing the fact that you're able to do this workout while your baby sleeps for 20 minutes because your baby is a really crappy sleeper, but this is something that you can, like, that's going to be what touches and affects someone more than just like the logistic back sheet, and this is actually a great book. It's one of my favorites. So if you want to learn how to get better with social media or just learn, like, they talk about like the difference between Microsoft and Apple and like just all these different examples on like why it's so much more important than all of the other things. You want to take everyone on a journey with you from today onward. So it starts now, like prep week now, tonight. Talk about the fact that you're on a team call, do whatever you need to do, but like you're taking these people with you. Because when you just are quiet and you don't share anything, and then all of a sudden at the end, take a before and after photo and post that, nobody knows what you did to get there. Maybe somebody thinks like, oh, that must have been really hard. That's not for me. Or that must have been, one of those things where they like drink cakes and don't eat. Not for me. You want to show people what that experience is like, as boring as it may seem. On the days that you don't feel like doing it, share that. On the days that you suck, share that. Like, share everything, because people need to know that they can do it too. So something that I do, and this helps you market to your person, not everyone, but talk to the old and current version of you that like needs to get off of your ass. Like, talk to the person who you were or are, you know what I mean? Because if you're talking to everyone, you're really going on deaf ears. And I'm just going to go quickly to mute anybody who's making noise because I'm getting distracted. Yeah. So you want somebody to believe that they can do this too, because like I said, there's so many people who probably will see you doing like these crazy, plank jacks and think, that's not for me, that's too hard, or, my wrists are like this, or I'm pregnant. Like, you want to be talking about the fact that, and this is something that I'll do, because even though I'm not pregnant now, I'm going to talk about how I'm seeing Alex kill this program with a bump and look awesome. And I may share photos or videos of her doing it if she allows me, but you want to be sharing different experiences from the team and different people on the team to show that it's for all ages. It's for everyone, I personally like to avoid program and product names, and it's only because I feel like that just gives somebody the opportunity to Google it and get it themselves on Amazon, like I did when I joined. So you want to avoid that at all costs, I think, anyway. So I've been using like 20-minute program, 6-week program, step program, describing everything, but not necessarily saying like Beachbody Transform 20, I'm drinking my Shakeology right now kind of a thing. Have fun, and don't be afraid to share like the real truth. So like, if let's just say on day 4 you miss a day because something happened, don't feel like, oh my God, now I'm a fraud, I'm a failure, I can't post, I can't share, like I'm gonna have to fake it. Like, share that you missed the day, because odds are other people are going to miss too. Try not to miss the day, but be real and honest all the time, and don't feel like you have to be some expert or some perfect person, because that doesn't exist and that's not who we are. Coaches aren't perfect people. We're just doing the best that we can. All right, so this is the difference. I found one of my first posts, which is the wrong post. And then I found one of Alex's posts that I think is awesome. So one of my old posts when I started was literally a bag of Shakeology. And you could see how many people liked that post. Like, I'm just shocked that I'm not a top 10 coach right now. I hashtagged Beachbody and chocolate, which sounded really good at the time apparently, but it's horrible, 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 horrible. So you get to learn from my mistakes. But if you want to screenshot it and read it later, Alex was talking about how she's been struggling with nutrition, and she even mentioned not wanting to sound like salesy and bringing up different products and stuff like that, but she literally talked about how she's working our nutrition into this program and how it's affecting her and making her life better and making her life easier. And that, if I were pregnant or if I were a new mom who is a hot mess, I would read this and be like, oh my God, like there's something that I could do, maybe she can help me. All right, so photos. Something that I like to do, if let's just say I take a photo with this stuff, I might talk about something completely different and not actually about Transform 20, if that makes sense. Where if let's just say I have a photo of like me and Jack, like today, like if you look at my post, it was literally just a picture of me, Jack, and Jingle, but I was talking about the program. So I try to mix those things up so it's not like Beachbody in your face all the time. You can share, if like you don't think that you look good a certain day, take a photo of like your equipment or your sneakers or a water bottle or a meal, or maybe a screenshot of like your challenge group on your computer, or a screenshot of Beachbody on Demand, or maybe you take a picture of like jeans that you can fit into now, or a pair of leggings that you've been wanting, or like, it doesn't have to be your standard selfie all the time. Like, you don't have to prove to people that you're actually doing the things. You could share video clips, you can hyperlapse them if you think you look horrible in real time. There's so many different things that you can do to just have content. Screenshot this. These are ideas. If you have no idea what to say or no idea what to talk about, these are things that you can share about every single day for the entire 6 weeks. It is not hard. There's always something that you could talk about. I have 8% left. I hope I make it. I created this a while ago. It's just a marketing plan if you want to take a screenshot of this, but this can, if you like I'm not this person, but if you're the person that like wants to know what you need to post about on a specific day and have no idea what to do, and this might be the structure for you, but take note. I mention coaching all the time because if you're a coach here, you need to be talking about coaching all the time. So that is going to help you be successful. Do not compare your start to someone else's middle. So if you look at my start over here, my middle right now looks completely different than this, but I had to start here in horrible land in order to get to where I am. I'm just telling you guys, like if you're new and you started last week or last month, your posts aren't going to be they're never going to be perfect, but like you cannot compare yourself to a coach that's been doing this for a long time, or to someone who, let's just say, has that like insane belief, who's done these programs before, who knows exactly what they're getting into. You need to start exactly where you are and commit to the growth that you'll have if you start today. Done is always better than perfect. And then these are just, this is how my Instagram looked before. I know I've shared this on like another call, but like my posts sucked. Like they were literally horrible and nobody liked them, but I didn't care. I showed up anyway. I shared my journey literally throughout. And this hammer and chisel picture, that was like the program that I really started to, I became diamond during this program with nobody liking anything that I did. So you guys can do this, but you have to get out of your own head and just show up for you, show up for the person who needs to be inspired, which is the real reason why you're here anyway. But what if no one likes or comments? So this came out of my group like 2 days ago, but it's like all of my girls literally admitting to never liking and commenting on my photos, but joining me. It's ridiculous. People are always watching. People are always inspired. They just might not tell you, okay? But what's more important, getting likes or making a difference? Get your ego out of your head, show up for you, show up for them, and I swear to God, magic will happen. And if I'm not proof that it will happen, I don't really know what is. And if you're stuck, ask your coach for help. Like, we are here to help you. We want to help you. So if you're literally stuck with like how to do something or how to share something, or you don't know what to say, or if you're in a rut, please ask for help. Ask the team for help. Post in the team. It will make you feel better having that support. You could always do like a share the love type of a, ask in the team pages, because then we'll all just come to your post and support it. Personal development, like if you ever see me like write something and you're like, wow, that's like super inspirational, I wish I was like that, odds are I read it or heard it in some kind of personal development that day, because I barely can remember to put my cereal in the pantry and my, almond milk in the refrigerator. Pull from old photos or content. So if I'm miserable for whatever reason, like if I didn't sleep or I'm just not having a good day, you'll see me share like an old vacation photo or an old team event photo or something that has nothing to do with my face that I don't want on social media. So be clever. Maybe make like a photo album on your phone where you just save stuff that could be content. You can always pull from old content that did really well, but have an album so that you can pull from, but you have to show up every single day. Like there's literally like, I don't know what advice anybody can give you other than show up every single day. It's my superpower. I know it's Michael and Heather's superpower, but if you don't show up, nobody is going to show up for you. And I think that's all I have. So I will stop this screen share. I don't know if you guys have questions on my 5%. Michael, do you have anything that you want to add? There's a lot of people on here. Holy crap. I'm happy I didn't look at this because I probably would have gotten nervous. Nobody has anything? I'm just going to take a picture of all of you then.
I have a question.
Hi.
Which, like, I don't even know. I feel like this is okay. So this is my situation. I work from home.
Okay.
Like that's. I mean, I go to meet with clients whenever I need to, but I work from home, and I post about me. Like I share my journey, as I'm sure a lot of you see. And as a coach, like you said, I'm supposed to be posting about coaching. I'm supposed to be talking about like how I make an income and how I can maybe earn vacations. But I have a lot of people from my job that follow me, like people like higher up that I was like friends with before I even started doing this.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of nervous to talk about making an income.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It doesn't say anything necessarily. It says I have to like ask my manager, if I, want to, I guess, do something else or, have like another job on the side. But I feel like because I work from home, like if I was my boss, I would kind of be like a little nervous about somebody that does work from home. That
Do they monitor your screen time?
No.
Okay.
But I just don't know how comfortable I feel about like talking about the fact that I do make money. You know what I mean? And I know that they're watching me.
Okay.
I guess I'm just kind of curious to hear like from like you, Michael, and Heather, and you, Megan, you know, how you, because I'm sure everyone kind of feels like this in the beginning. I could ask HR, but that, like, what if I don't like the answer? Then what if they start kind of stalking me?
Yeah.
And then I get in trouble, you know?
Well, I think in the beginning, when I was uncomfortable sharing a dollar amount, because one, I didn't want people to know, and then two, I was like, but it's not a lot. I would share things like, you know, I helped a couple people this week and I'm treating myself to a pedicure, or I was able to pay for gas, instead of like equating it to a dollar amount, which
Oh, okay.
it doesn't make it look less like money. I mean, you know, but that was the
Yeah.
way that I felt comfortable sharing it. But I know that Michael and Heather don't really share a lot about money a lot. So I don't know if maybe you want to share your
Okay.
thoughts, or you don't you have to have Michael permission. Like I know Dan would have to have permission from his chief to have another job.
Yeah, I had to fill out a form, a request for outside employment that got approved, and yeah, I just like uniform stuff. I just make sure that I don't talk about the business, and like I'm not promoting the police department, right? So I think for you, I would just take it slow. Like just get comfortable. Just talk about little wins. You don't have to just talk about, like, you could just take income off the table. Just what has coaching done for you? Just share those coaching things, because it's way more than money anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. So it might be a driving force for a lot of people, but you need to dive into all the other things that I'm a coach because it makes me accountable to my own health and fitness. So that's first and foremost for me, and then other things start filling in. So just share those things, and when you feel like you can share an income thing, or like, okay, maybe you're out at like a picture of the huge grocery, the shopping cart, right? And just saying like something to the effect of how my side job has paid for all of this. Like that relates to a lot of people that are going shopping, and I know my bill is quite high when I go to the food store. So people can kind of just connect the dots of what that means.
Okay. So kind of just like be discreet about it, which I haven't really had a problem finding things to post about, and like being like not okay with leaving that. Like I'm kind of okay with leaving that portion out, but I feel like the past couple of calls that I've been on, I've been hearing you guys talk about how, it's kind of important, and it does help you move forward when you do talk about those things. So I feel comfortable with what I'm doing now. I feel confident in what I'm posting. I guess I'm just concerned that not talking about that may like set me back a little bit,
No.
I don't think income will.
Okay.
No.
I don't, because like right now, like I was on my stories before I came on talking about I was going to be on a team call, celebrating other people for their accomplishments. You can celebrate somebody who had a transformation, Super Saturday. Like there's so many opportunities that even personal development, and things that you're hopeful for. There's just so much that you can share that doesn't have to be about income at all. Because like Michael said, there's so much more than just that.
Yeah.
Just get creative. You I don't know. If car payment, I'm just thinking I'm a car guy. So like you driving your car and be like, it's nice not to have car payments anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Without saying why.
Like, well, what do you mean you don't have car payment? You might get a message like, what do you mean you don't get car payments? Or maybe it just goes nowhere. But then the consistency of you doing that, something week after week, month after month, just.
Gotcha. I like that. I like hinting at it. That's a good idea.
Because even too, like you hit Success Club for the first time, so they're going to send you the hat. That's something to share. And then you hit Success Club next month, you're going to get a free ticket to Summit. So that'll be cool to brag about. I mean, like you have things to, talk about that don't need to be money.
Okay.
I'm not good at blowing like things up that I get, and like I never was. And you have to be with this. You have to get better at like that has to be the greatest hat you ever received. That's basically what
Okay.
It's not the hat. It's what's behind the hat. It's the people that were affected by, and then you just happen to get a hat. But trust me, there's way more than a hat involved with this.
Thanks, guys.
I'm plugging in my computer. I'm sorry.
Anybody else got something while she's?
Um,
We only have like 7 minutes left,
Yeah.
but like that was a lot. So if you guys need to look at this again, like flip through Megan's slides. That's a lot of like valuable information.
Yeah, I know Nina's going to talk about being public with social media at Super Saturday. And we'll probably video it for anybody that doesn't live local, but I know that she's going to share some valuable stuff because she's a teacher. And then I would say, Ivy, I don't know if you've done the training in the unit, but if you have, we can definitely set up a time to talk. And yeah, another thing that I would do too with work, like I would try to plan my posts for either like a time when it would be easy for me to say that I was on lunch or after work. Like I never had that issue, but I never wanted to be in that position where someone was like, you just posted like 18 paragraphs at 2:00 and you have a really busy assignment. Like I never wanted to be in that position. So that's just kind of what I did when I was working full-time hours.
So I had a little bit of a debate with someone on I guess it was in Dare a Dream. It was maybe, I don't know where it was, but they were like, I can't post during the day because of my job or do stories. And I'm like, well, I think there's a lot of ways around that with like, maybe you have scheduled your posts or you have an assistant that is doing your posting for you. Like there's ways around that. And their argument was, well, they almost said like that all that doesn't matter is because I'm posting. I don't know. I disagree. I guess you have to talk to your own HR. It depends on your job and all that. But again, you have to feel comfortable with what you're doing, and you certainly don't want to jeopardize something. And so, yeah, talk that out. If anybody has those concerns, I think Nina will be able to hit on that a lot more this weekend.
And I think easing into it is good too. Like if you're not comfortable, like let's just say posting, don't start with like a bikini photo in fluorescent lighting, like start with the picture of your shoes or start with a picture of like your weights next to your dog or something and just kind of ease into it until you're comfortable. Because like I said, done is better than perfect. And we would much rather you share like bits and pieces, nooks and crannies before and by the end of it, you probably will be so damn proud of your transformation that you will want to share it. But like anything else, you kind of have to get used to things, but just commit to showing up. And that really is enough in the beginning, is just being there.
I have just one suggestion based on what Megan shared, which would be, I'm assuming you're all doing Transform 20. If you're not, you're out of your mind. I'm just going to say that right now. So if you're not, I think you should strongly consider it. But I'm assuming you are. Because Sean is Sean, right? So he's very impactful. So what I would recommend you do is after you do Transform 20, you do a day of Transform 20, whatever, you do your workout. Right when you're done, you're going to be the most creative, I promise you. So write something down, take a picture, like put your thoughts down because you're going to be so inspired by what you just did and what he walked you through. That will give you a lot of good ideas. And they might not even be like workout related, but like just life related, like just how much this is impacting your life and changing you. Because I know it has me. So I know when I finish a workout, it's like I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to hit live because I'm pretty fired up. So just a suggestion, if you're like energized, Transform 20 live.
Here's like another just interesting thing too. Like, well, before I go into that, on his tracker, I never even brought up the tracker. When I was doing To Be Mindset after pregnancy, everybody and their mother was like, what is that tracker? Where'd you get that food journal? Where'd you get that? Because nobody had seen anything like that before. Sharing that without sharing the words Transform 20, like if you can somehow be creative with how you share, like people are going to want to know what that is. That literally will create a lot of traction. And like even in the morning when I'm making my Energize and I'm talking about God knows what, people are like, what's that yellow crap that you're drinking? Like everybody is curious. You want to make people curious. You don't want to always show what things are. Oh, and then on the tracker, like I was saying, there's a little motivational point at the bottom of every single page that's different. That can be your inspiration for like a theme on what to talk about. Just, something in case you don't have the time to, let's just say, read and, or listen to something like I honestly didn't today. So less than a minute. I guess congrats to everybody here on all of our accomplishments. Like, it really is a team effort. I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed for all of you. I'm excited about Super Saturday. If you are not coming to a New Jersey one, but you're going to another one, definitely bring back what you learned, take some pictures, meet some new friends. And I'm excited to see everybody that we're going to see on Saturday. It should be a good day. Thank you guys for coming. All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.